Whoa, how's everybody doing out there? This is the Black Effect, and you know who it is, your man Nico B. I want to go ahead and give you this message, man. Moving forward, and this shouldn't even have to be said, but moving forward, as a man, if you're not taking care of your children, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, there is, and you need help, and you need to figure out, like, there's a level of wickedness within you, and you need to figure out how to rectify that, because this is, and we're not going to even mention the woman, bro. I'm not even going to mention her, because I'm going to try to do this video without even mentioning the woman, her bad behavior, her, running niggas off, making it pretty difficult. I'm not even going to mention that, because as a man, you're the man. You can move. Like what the Lord says, that if you had faith of a mustard seed, a lot of you men, you don't have relationships with the Creator. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're getting tossed every which way by the devil. You're getting manipulated, and the devil is using your children. You letting this woman, now you don't have any power. You basically powerless to this woman, and she's manipulating your child. You're supposed to be the head of the household. And I don't care. Again, I don't care what she talking about. You better tell her, shut that like in just a real sense. If she's that type of woman, if you love your kid enough, you're gonna tell her to shut that up, because you're gonna stand in the breach for them. You're gonna stand in them, because now, if the woman was so mentally unstable where you couldn't deal with her as a human male, now you're gonna leave your kid with him. You think that's going to turn out good? See, we do stupid stuff here again, but let's get to the brothers, bro. If you have a child, no reason for you to not be in your kid life. I don't care if you damn near hanging outside the school, stalking like on some real, just to let them see your face every day across the street. You understand? That, and also, man, it comes with picking the right woman initially. You choose who you put your seed into as a man. You really do. Like, people used to tell me, dudes used to tell me, oh man, it was an accident, man. I didn't even play. Bro, that stuff don't happen. And you think it do? Like, don't let the women fool you. The woman you with, she probably just trapped you, bro. She probably just was taking birth control and then stopped taking it and didn't tell you. She probably put holes in the condom, didn't tell you. Diaphragm, or she probably, a lot of you guys, because I know this for fact, because my friends told me this, this is things that they've done. Men that I've talked to, this is things that men I know have done. They basically ejaculated. They basically got the woman pregnant on purpose. They got her pregnant on purpose because they thought that was going to be able to keep her. They thought getting a woman pregnant, that's some very, come on, man. That's think about that. Like, and I know a lot of dudes regret that, because that didn't keep her. And she never really wanted to be with you. So now there is no relationship there, and she wants to get away from you, and she's taking your kid. But you as a man, ain't no reason for you to not be in your child's life. Like, for you and for the dudes who just have babies and run off and then think they're going to go have a baby over here with another woman, bro, they need to have laws to where either you're going to get locked up or they're going to neuter you. They're going to lock you up, or you got to get a vasectomy, bro, because you out here. It's the stupid women fault too, but you're out here being very irresponsible with lives, because it takes a village to raise a child. I didn't just make it up yesterday or today. That's an age old saying. It takes a village to raise children. Human beings are collective organisms. You understand? It's many things, like how ants, and bee is many things that, or many working beings, humans, that create one goal or one thing. If we want to have the child to grow up and be a well-rounded individual, and a happy and joyful individual, which should be the goal. The goal here should people to have joy and, the things that the Lord has ordained for you to have: peace, joy, happiness, all of the things that God has in the Bible for you to enjoy. Those should be the standards and the things that we're shooting for. Okay? Like, not, so when you're doing that, that's going to shape how you pick a partner. That's going to shape that's gonna shape the partners. That's gonna shape your beliefs and your partner's beliefs as well. You're gonna be reciprocating what you want from the person. So in turn, y'all will have an understanding it, and she's not gonna just try to leave you or up and take your kid and try to use the government just because they got a kid. Like, only ratchet women do that. You don't have real women doing that. Like, you don't have women of God doing that. You don't have women who love their child, breaking up their whole family. You remember back in the day, man, you used to see when you used to watch them shows that come on TV. Every show had an episode, like if you had where they had a family who got divorced or something like that, man, that was the most somber episode you ever saw. On every show, if once the Family Matters, they had a divorce episode. Everybody was sad, man. You saw that. You as a kid, you was feeling bad, but everybody watching it feeling bad. Then you go watch it. Leave It to Beaver. They had the same thing, or whatever. The Cosby Show have a family getting divorced. You looking at that like, that shit hurt, because this divorce is a failure. It's a failure. It's a quit. It's a quit. You quit on God. You quit. Some people quit. Some people, it's a fail. You failed. Don't think you're going to find love again, all the time. Don't think that that's guaranteed for you. It's not. It's not guaranteed. You understand? You failed. It's also a betrayal. Like, you betrayed the person's vows that you said you were going to do this. You said that. You betrayed them. And then let's speak with the kids, man. The way it affects kids, it pulls them to it's first of all, it breaks their heart. Let me tell you what all that stuff do to kids when you and your family, when y'all just want to readily break up your family. It break the child heart. It's sending them into a crisis mode. They don't know they don't know how to process what's going on. They have to choose. This is the third thing. They have to choose whom to be with now. Now, a lot of mothers start doing the 50 Cent Marquis stuff, putting the battery in the kid back, making them hate the father. And the father, in turn, loses his godly bond and connection to the kid. And now, in turns, you see how in Greek mythology and things like that, and throughout history and throughout certain histories and cultures, the fathers would eliminate. Look at King Herod. The fathers would eliminate the sons because they would know that those sons, when they got of age, they would be coming to usurp their spot, or they would be doing, they would be, the father don't want to give up their position. Basically, they have a son, but they don't look at it as being their heir. They just, they're a selfish individual. Some men, you need to stop being like that. You need to stop being a selfish individual, bro. You can't be selfish having kids. That's why a lot of us need to stop playing around with sex. But like I'm saying, bro, you can have as much sex as you want. You can have sex every day of the week for the rest of this year. And you won't have to have a baby. You can have sex every day of the rest of 2022. Every single day you get laid. And it don't matter who, different one, whatever. You will not have to have a baby by that activity. It's only through your stupid actions or your actions at the time where you think you're in love. You acting like a broad. You acting like a woman. You think that you're in love with the chick and you want to keep her, so you put a baby in her. Not understanding this is a life that you're going to have. It's not 18. That's not where it ends when you have a kid. No. When you have a child, that's a lifetime obligation. Yeah, it's lifetime. I don't give a damn if that person 40. You're 80 now, all right? That person 40, you 60. You're still a parent. You know what I'm saying? They still your child. And everything that reflects from them comes from you. That's it. That's how it works. Reproduction, you reproduce. Everything, those genes, the DNA, everything that's in them and the stuff that they learn as well comes from you. So with that being said, man, niggas who if you meet a women, if you meet a man, he not taking care of his he got kids, he not in their life, just throw that nigga in the garbage. Clown that nigga, throw him in the garbage. Unless he got a very, very, very detailed, very, very telling, very, very candid story to give you. And if you could be empathetic with that if you so choose to be. But that's a man who made some stupid decisions in his life. And it's fine. It's not a problem. But now if he has kids and he's in their life, okay, that's what he's supposed to be doing. Then you can move forward with a person like that. You got bro, and it don't take a bunch of money. It don't take a bunch of money. Don't let people lie to you. Even if the woman is talking, I ain't got this. I'll just be like, shut up. I got this hanging low. Just start clowning her. I'm serious. I know it'd be stressful. I'm just giving y'all some game. I know it'd be stressful. You know what I'm saying? But just start clowning the situation, bro. And trust. See, the problem is you have to trust God. Trust him. God says, bro, when he says when the disciples were trying to stop the little kids from coming to Jesus. Jesus said, man, what are y'all doing? Don't you ever stop the little children for coming to me. Don't you do that. Don't stop the children, the kids. You know what I'm saying? The people under 18, you know, it's under 21. Don't stop them from coming to me. That's what Jesus said. Because such is the kingdom of heaven. You understand how innocent children can be until they get corrupted by the world, bro. And they start with their parents. And that divorce, like I said, it just breaks them. Now it breaks their innocence apart. You understand? It breaks that. The bond, a family bond is you. They see your mother and the father bond, and now them niggas now y'all at each other eyes. The mama talking about, that man ain't shit. That man ain't shit. Do you know how much that affect a boy or a woman? Even a woman, you're a young girl, bro. You telling her father ain't shit. Now she not gonna really resonate with men well. You understand? You tell her father ain't ish, bro. telling a boy, your daddy ain't ish. What? And for the dudes, like I said, for you guys, for you telling the daughter, your mama ain't ish. Nah, as a man, you need to hold all that here keep that close to the chest. Don't be venting about your mother to your kids or to your son about his mother. Don't do that. Keep it close to the chest. You deal with all that. You're the adult. You do it like this if you need to, not literally, but like I'm talking about figuratively, like just in a sense, you do her like this. With your words, with your actions, you do her like that. You do that. You basically have her in the head, like how Charleston White talking about he got T.I. in the head. That's how you gotta have the woman you with if she trying to play games with your child. You know what I'm saying? And then so you can still have time and see your child and enjoy, your time with them. And that'll go, bro, that'll mean the world to them. You just don't know. That'll mean the world to them. That'll mean the world. You gave them the world then. You don't have to have a bunch of, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? If you got the means, you can, whatever. But it's not about that. Dudes, man, you can't, like, we coming up with the circles that I'm moving in, the things I'm doing, building businesses and coming up with different and networking with different entrepreneurs. You cannot be a part of my circle if you have a child and you don't take care of them or you're not in their life. Just keep going that way. I'm going to pray for you in your situation, bro, and that you get your strength and realize that you need to go back to and do what you need to do. But you got to keep it moving. We don't want nothing to do with you. Because as I've seen, like, this song and dance has been played out over and over and over. Too many times for you not to learn. It's played out through generations. So you should know a lot of you guys didn't even grow up with your father. So for you to have kids and be the type of guy to just run off or be like a boy should get the boy, man, stop, man. We ain't playing that game no more. Don't have sex, nigga. Like cause you can't do it responsibly. You willing to kill other and mess up other people's lives for doing that. That's us as men. Some of us do that. So again, don't come around the brothers trying to be in the circle, man. Thinking that we finna network with you or we finna put you on, or we ain't put none of you niggas on who not taking care of your kid. You ain't got no kids. I mean, if your kid's not in your care, like you're not caring for them, you at least need to be present, taking care of them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? In their lives. I don't want to hear nothing about the baby mama. We all know some of them can be insufferable. But that's why I said, bro, but really, if we really in truth, you understand that that's on her. Her sufferability is part of her character flaw. You ain't the only person who don't want to be around her ass either. I guarantee you that. You ain't the only person who don't want to be around her ass. Okay? The kid probably don't. So that time that you get them and getting away with them, man, they probably revel that. They probably cherish that time. They really do. And again, man, the best thing to me is having an intact family. Man, woman, God heading everybody, jumping in the midst, taking care of argument. God even the head of the damn dog. You know what I'm saying? God keep the dog in order. God does it. Yeah, he'll do it. Won't he do it? He will. A family that prays together, it literally will stay together because God will hold it together. That's what he'll do. When you off, when he'll make sure the thing's still thinking. When she away, he gonna make sure that you still thinking. Meaning you gonna be doing, you're gonna be focused on what you need to do for y'all's family. You're not gonna be deviating. Your eyes not gonna be, her eyes ain't gonna be wandering there. Wondering what if and what if. God gonna be constantly increasing what is. So it's not gonna be what if. Because all that stuff is like, women get divorced when their husband go get in a new situation, and the situation be the same. They just have another set of problems because you ain't cultivate nothing yet. You quit. You're a quitter. So it's not what if, it's what is. God will compile on what is. If you let him be God and be the head of y'all relationship, he'll start to give you the things for y'all to build your thing. The next step is y'all may get a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, then that'll be, then the next step, y'all gonna have a child. That's the family. Then the next step, y'all pouring everything into that child to try to, make things better for him than y'all had it when y'all were growing up. And so you can, your family, which is a your family, which is a corporation, in turn then can grow. And throughout in the next generation, you never know. They family, his son, your child's child may not have to work for nobody. They might not have to slave, Then the next day, your child may build a company, may build something very spectacular with that time. And they pass it down through generations. And then they may, take your profession as a man and make it and double on that and double it up. Build on, like help you with the profession that you are in, and they'll double that up. You understand? All the while, y'all have a working family unit, which is special and ordained by God, that no man or woman can separate and break asunder. That's only ordained by God. America and all this stuff, marriage and all that comes from God. That's it. There's no other concept of that, except in the Bible, except through God. So when you let God, as a man, this is what you need. You have to put him at the head. When I start talking, I'm not just talking because I have a pair of lips. Listen. That's why your shit not working. You gotta let God be the head. Then the man, then you let the woman, then you let her fulfill her role. Then the children. As long as you're under that umbrella, God will give you favor on your relationship. Again, he'll make sure the thing's still thinging. Y'all will be considerate of each other because y'all will keep, the Holy Spirit will be in the middle, stopping things like arguments before they go too far. Niggas be tripping. Oh man, he'll stop that, turn off that pride faucet that niggas be having, women be having. People today got pride, too much pride. You know what I'm saying? But the kids are the one who suffer. And you forget that these children grow up to be males. They grow up to be women. You know what I'm saying? They grow up to be adults. So when you see a lot of kids who come from these households where it's devoid of love, the parents could even still be together. But it's devoid of love. It's abusive mentally, physically. Then you have some, like I say, look at us. We're a product. A lot of us. We're a product. Us as black men could be the social experiment. We're a product of single mother households. The mother got, and it's not saying the father wasn't somewhere in the mix, but the mother and father was not staying together. They like the household where you stand, you wake up, you see your mama making eggs and baking and the father going to work. Those things were non-existent. That's for the black man, the American black man, so-called black man over here. That's it. We the social experiment for it. Now look at what happened. We went out to go look for manhood elsewhere. In the streets. We was running street life, rap music, things like that, womanizing. We turned to that to be men. You understand? Yeah. And now I'm not saying all of us, because and some of us, but we all had a similar experience. Now, some of us had our fathers in the house, Some of us had our fathers. He might not have been in the house. He may have been in very close vicinity, and he came around a lot. So you still had that, but it's a difference of a working dynamic. I can speak for myself, not to put my business in the street, but I'm a transparent person, especially with, the people who giving me y'all time to hear this message. My mother My mother and my father, I know when I was a kid, they were divorced before before I was even born. You understand? But I know what I felt. I know they were trying to I saw everything. I felt they were trying to reconcile a relationship. But when I just saw that they were never gonna get together, I was never gonna see my father and my mother in a traditional house setting or something. There was a part of me that just numbed as a child. It was a part of me that just numbed. It just numbed that. And it's a big part of life. And adults learn, they go around with these hangups and you wonder why, what's going on, and why you have to go see psychiatrists and things. No, it's because you didn't deal with that deep, dark numbing there. That stuff spreads and you don't even understand it. Parents don't even get it. They don't even get it. What they doing to their kids. They don't even get what they doing to themselves because they adults. And that's why they got so much mental hangups and illnesses, but they don't want to seek the Lord to who could actually dive her down in their body and take out all that stuff. He could do that. Sure can. But it's a complicated situation. But what's not complicated, like I said, man, if you're having kids, you got to be in your kid. You got to be in your kid's life as a man. If not, you're not even a man. With that being said, this is Nico B, Black Effect. I'm gone.